James chapter 1, verse 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. That means different tests and trials. It says, knowing this. Key word is knowing this. Not guessing this, but knowing this. That the trying of your faith is going to be tested. It says, the trying of your faith worketh patience. Puts patience to work, so that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So you have this faith, but when it's tested, it needs you to give patience a job. Now, we hire everybody else, fear, doubt, unbelief. They've been working with us for a long time. So you got patience rolled up and like, listen, man, I just need a job. Man, I know I don't have all the credentials as all your other people, but listen, I'm what you need. We're like, listen, but I don't know, man. Fear been with me a long time. It's been pretty consistent, very loyal employee. So I don't know if I want to hire you right now, but the scripture says, let patience have its perfect work. I was talking to my wife the other day, and I said, babe, God has really afforded us a lot. I said, we're not where we want to be, but I said, it's so much fulfillment and so much peace around us. And so she says, well, babe, we just let patience have its perfect work. I said, well, because I got to give good God all the props. I said, yeah, but God put us in a position. Because, what they say, if you're praying for patience, just wait. See, because it take you that long to get that one? We want me to wait a little while? All right, so see, because you're like, Lord, give me patience. Just wait. See, it takes, and I was sharing this on Guy Talk. We had a real good conversation on Guy Talk, but I was sharing with them, I said, we can pretty much get anything we want in this life if we're patient. And I gave them an example of my best friend growing up. His mom was frugal, and some of us are older used to watch The Odd Couple. So you had Oscar and Felix. Felix was very finicky. Oscar was a slob. Well, his mother was like Felix Unger. I mean, she had like her files with her coupons. She had a coupon for everything. She diligently cut them things out. I mean, she had a serious file system. If you was going somewhere, hold on a second, come back, I got a coupon. So she was that thorough, very frugal with her money. She wasn't like just going around just buying any old type of stuff. So we obviously, I'm in the hood in Newark, New Jersey, so we think his mom is some crazy person. Mom is a cornball. She don't do nothing. At least your dad go bowling. Your mom not doing nothing. Okay, so this was, maybe like 10 years ago. She used to drive around maybe a Toyota Corolla. So like corny car. This is what you'd be thinking in the hood. She ended up buying a Mercedes, paid for it cash. Just took her time, was patient. Wasn't in no rush. She just took her time and paid for it cash. There's other people that have Mercedes. Actually, the SUV we got is paid for now, but it wasn't paid for when we first got it. So other people why we got notes? Because we got to have it now. Because we don't have no patience. And guess what? You'll spend the money. Like, okay, when I first bought the both cars, we've had them for 11 years now. When we first bought them, both of them had notes. So one of them took 5 years to pay off. The other one took 6, which means they got a whole lot of money from us. But we actually paid out some money for all that period of time. So we paid it off, right? Right? And then we paid them more than the car was worth, right? And we paid interest, right? We could have paid less money, went through the same process, and got the things for cash. If we'd have just what? Waited. You can get anything you want if you just wait. So they set it up. They throw out the commercials. You got the new Jordans, or you got Quick is, I forgot the commercial for Adidas, but it's something about Quick, right? Ain't it something about Quick? Right, so they got the commercial out. So then the kids think what? I got to get these now. They probably, I don't know if they still do it, but I remember folks used to be in line for the new Jordans, like line wrapped around. But the interesting thing is, you just paid $250 for some shoes that it took them like, what, $5 to make? And you know you're not getting the shoes Jordan wear, right? I mean, the Knicks practice after us in college. The Adidas I had and the Adidas Pat Ewing had was totally different. He had like some type of glove, leather. I didn't have those. I had like the ones that look vinyl kind of. Right? He had the real deal. Y'all know it's a difference, right? So they get you to spend $250, but if you just wait it, you can get them for $20. But now you got to get them where everybody say you got them first. Same shoes. What difference does it make if you get them now or you get them later? Right? Just something to think about. I didn't want to inject too much of my opinion into this, so I apologize for that. I used up your time to give you my opinion about tennis shoes. It's a shame. Hopefully y'all can be patient with me. So, so we talked about this before, like when so faith needs some patience so it can run its course. So you're believing for something, but it may not come as quick as you want it to come, but it's coming. You know, the scripture says the vision is yet for a appointed time. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. So tarry means, though it looks like it's taking a while, it says wait for it. It says at the end it shall speak. It will express itself. Express itself. So when God gives you that vision, it's yet for an appointed time. It has an appointment. It says, but it's going to tarry. During the tarrying time is when you're being prepared to handle it. Remember Galatians 4:1-2, you're under tutors and governors. The heir is no different from a servant as long as he's a child, but is under tutors and governors until the appointed time of the father. Appointed time of the father, right? But during the time that you're waiting on it, you're being prepared to handle it. So don't just sit around, when is it coming? You could be doing something while you're sitting around. You could be preparing to handle it. Because it's a given that it's coming, but it's not a given that you're going to handle it. It's a given that you're going to obtain it, but it's not a given that you'll maintain it. And it's not a given that you'll reproduce from it. See, so the vision is coming. It's an appointed time. It's going to tarry. It's going to take a while, but at the end it shall speak. And the interesting thing is, we're so off of our design. In this microwave, everything you got to have like right now. We were talking about it, the guy talk. Right now, same thing with food. Like if you're hungry, they set you up where, that's where we got microwave from, put it in the microwave. But at the expense of what? The nutrients. You just nuked the nutrients out of the thing. So you just got substance, probably with some bacteria and some other stuff that the microwave caused. But as opposed to putting it in the oven and letting it and being patient. See, everything is like quick. Now I don't feel like fooling with the seeds, just give me seedless. So you just ate sterile fruit. Y'all know that, right? There's no such thing as seedless. A man has to make that. Never mind. Because that's my opinion. It's not my opinion, it's actually true. You see what I'm saying? So when I say we're so off of our design, let's take us back to Noah. Noah was told to build an ark. Right? We talked about this the other day. So it took a lot of faith. An ark. What is that, first of all? No one ever seen an ark. Ark had never been made. And then once he started building it, like, what is this dude doing? And then it had never rained. So you building an ark for a flood that's going to be produced by rain. Neither one of them had ever existed. So it takes a lot of faith. Now, I'm off. I apologize. I said this the other day. I used that example, and I think I gave you 13 years or something like that. I said it took about that much time. And I said, imagine, the jokes and stuff we was getting. The time, 7 or 13 years go by. You're in the building. That's a long time to build something. No, it didn't take that long. It took longer. It was like, they estimated about 75 years. That's some of our lifetime. Not my lifetime. I'm going to live longer than 75 years. But some people's lifetime. 75 years. Building something for a flood. God tells you something and it takes 75 minutes and you frustrated. Man, God tripping. I don't think that was God. If that was God, how come it didn't happen yet? 75 minutes? Could he get a little more than that? Could he get 75 days? Noah believed God for 75 years, and we know it because there was an ark produced. Abraham, you're going to have a child. 25 years later, you're already 75. You're already thinking, we can't have no kids. Sarah was like laughing and stuff like, right, baby. No, he tripping. That's how Ishmael got here. They hung in there for like 11 years like, man, God's probably just joking. Maybe he needed our help. God didn't need their help. 25 years later, at 100, they have a child. See, we're off of our design. See, you believing for great things, but you don't know great things take great faith and patience. And you're creating a delay when you jump off the road, when you leave the road. When you leave the road to compromise and settle for. Well, while you're settling for and you're compromising, you ain't working to prepare for what you were believing for. That's like you building a building out here and you start building a foundation and you decide, man, this building ain't going to happen. So you go over here and you start building a foundation. Okay, that building is not being built until you finish the foundation. So just because you got distracted over here and settled for a building, now you decide, man, this is stupid. Man, we can't even build. This is a swamp. The thing is going to sink. So now you go back. You still got to pick up where you left off. You got to finish that foundation. Some of it might have messed up because you left it half done. So you can't afford to abort the preparation for your fulfillment in your dreams. You have to maintain your faith. Because it's costing you what you... See, what happens is you'll give up on it and you think that's an option. But you're designed for it. But you just gave up on it. As if, what? You gave up on it to get what? Normally you give up on something because you think, I'm getting something better. How can you settle for less than what you're purposed to have and think it's going to be better? Might feel good, might taste good temporarily, but it will never quench your thirst. Right? All right, so then you spend time in the temporary only to get the results. Now, I'm telling you all this because I know you've experienced all this, so I know we all relate here, so this is easy. So you get the temporary, you're frustrated, and sometimes you accept the responsibility that was stupid and I compromised and I need to cut my losses and get back on the right road. But sometimes you're in denial. You'll keep making it worse. You know, your backup plan has a backup plan that has a backup plan, and it keeps digging a deeper hole. As opposed to you accepting, I don't know what I'm doing. I missed it on this one. It's called pride. Y'all know pride. Probably been hanging out at the house for a minute. All right, so you have to humble yourself, right? Because the scripture says God gives grace, favor to the humble. So that actually accelerates the process, God's favor. So you have to humble yourself, draw on the favor of God to get back on the right track. But if you don't humble yourself, God resisteth the proud. No, you got it. See how your plan work. You turn them over to a reprobate mind in Romans 1. Y'all know, y'all know what y'all doing. No, it's cool. No. My plans, I'm only God. What would I know? I only designed you. Just go ahead. Hey, Jamil just was talking about it. You got to get with the designer, right? To find out what you was designed to do. Where else would you? Oh, you're going to get with what? ESPN, Sports Illustrated? CNN, headline news. That's going to tell you what you're designed to do. All right, so we good? We need some patience. So we must learn to calmly tolerate delay and refuse to be provoked by it. So we must refuse to be pulled in the hustle. Scripture says, fear not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. The deliverance, the help, the aid, God manifesting our wholeness in our life. Don't panic. That panic has been getting us in trouble. Because we'll jump out ahead of God. We'll jump off the plan. It's not going to happen. I don't see it coming. It's like when you're driving and you daydream and you go, I probably missed the exit. Man, I'm just going to turn off the road. And then you go to the gas station. They say, yeah, you just keep on going down the road. This road right here, the road that you was already on. Keep on going down the road just about, 7 more miles. But something in you go, man, I missed it. It's too far away. So out of fear, you get off because you think you haven't gone far enough.